Well, yeah. But you can never walk alone on your way to being free. Well, yeah. But you can never walk alone on your way to being free. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. But you can never walk alone.
But you can never walk alone on the way to being free.
Well, yeah. But you can never walk alone on your way to being free. Well, yeah. But you can never walk alone on your way to being free.
Sorry about that little bit of audio raise up there. What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Onyx once again. We're close enough to 6 p.m. for me to go ahead and start. What's happening? What's going on with each and every one of you on this Sunday? Hey, it's been a wild week. It's been a wild time, but that's okay. That's okay. We're coming to you live, recording the podcast live every Sunday, 6 p.m. So, let's go ahead and get through the administrative stuff. I messed up last week and I actually left off some of the important things that we do administratively for all of you. And you know what? I feel bad about it. So this week we're going to go ahead and make sure we get the top domestic box office in there. Skipped it last week. Had it. Just didn't read it off the script. That's just how it goes. I flow off the top of my head a lot of the times, and then I get caught up in the moment, in the emotion, and it'd be like, you know what, dang, and I don't notice it until I watch the replay. Well, hey everybody, as you can see, we're in November, trekking our way towards Thanksgiving, and Christmas is coming around, so I decided to grow out the tinsel colored hair on the chin, and we'll make that work out. So let's go for it. Let's go for what we normally talk about, which is, please, if you're checking out this video on youtube.com/goingfullnerd, please make sure you click the subscribe button and the bell to get notified when we record the podcast live. Also, you can check me out on anchor.fm/goingfullnerd, and we're going to have a little more about that in a moment. And you can also check us out on Spotify.com, Apple Podcasts, and I'm going to save it. Yeah, I'm going to say it. iHeartRadio. Yes. Your boy Going Full Nerd made it to iHeartRadio. You got to love it. And if you want to go ahead and see a darker side of your boy, see a wild side of your boy, go and follow me on Twitter. That's Onyx, ONYXXX1969, and you can submit show suggestions, check out some comic book stuff, and you can also see when goingfullnerd.com is updated. I think I got that out the way. Now, come on, folks. Let's go ahead. We're going to read off the top box office for this past weekend. Coming in at number one is the film Ford versus Ferrari. This was a 20th Century Fox film, which we all know they belong to Disney. It is what it is. But it was the top of the box office, pulling $31 million. This was the tale of, I guess, Carroll Shelby versus, you know what, I didn't even look at it, but basically Mustang versus the Ferraris, Le Mans. That's how it rolls. We got whatever. I'm not interested in going to see it, even though I'm a big Ford Mustang person. I'm not really into the history. I just want to pay for mine and drive it. So let's keep it real. Coming in at number two, the World War II flick Midway by Lionsgate. That was the closest to first place, and it only pulled $8.7 million. Man, but here's my question: how many times are we going to watch stories of Pearl Harbor? I'm not going to do that. Hey, I'm a military veteran myself, but I think Hollywood is abusing the fact of pulling up on history and things like that. Let's go ahead. Let's start moving into the future from there, folks. I mean, we've had some pretty epic historical events since Pearl Harbor, and we've had some pretty good films about these eras. But hey, it is what it is. It pulled 8.7 mil. Coming in at number three was the reboot. Sony Pictures put out Charlie's Angels. Now, I think this was a flop. Did Charlie's Angels really need to be remade? I mean, the director, I think, or producer said, well, we've had 37 Spider-Man films. Yeah, but we had 37 halfway decent Spider-Man films. We had Charlie's Angels on TV in the 70s. We had the reboot with Bernie Mac, rest in peace. Now, y'all want to go ahead and reboot it again with the chick from Twilight. Nothing personal, but I think we're a little past the Charlie's Angels era. If you want to impress me, put the OG Charlie's Angels on a streaming service and let people watch it from there. Let them enjoy what we used to enjoy back in the day. Just saying. That pulled 8.6 mil. Coming in at number four, Playing with Fire with 8.5 million, and last but not least, at number five was Last Christmas. Before Thanksgiving, we got Last Christmas, and that pulled $6.7 million. People weren't really checking out the movies this weekend. Why? Disney Plus dropped, yo. This was, people were talking about Netflix and chill one time. They were talking about Disney Plus and bust. What? Don't let go. I don't know what's going on with people, but they're a little wild. They're a little crazy for me right now. So I don't know. I do not know. And I am not going to act like I know. But let's keep it on. Now, there were movies that were nowhere to be found that you would think would have still been in the top five. We had Joker coming in at number 8, which crossed the 1 billion mark. People are latching on to that. Whatever it is, you can check out the review on that on Going Full Nerd on YouTube or on Anchor.fm. Disney was struggling with Maleficent, Angelina Jolie, but hey, the House of Mouse is making their money. That came in at number 9. I'm really surprised that Zombieland 2, man, that was down at like number 13 on the top box office list. Dang, that's a shame. And that was actually a movie people were looking forward to. So, that kind of hurts my feelings. I don't remember it. I thought it would have been hanging and doing better. Maybe they should have thought of a better release date. Hate it for all of them. But anyway, let us continue on. Whew. Now, let me go ahead and drop. You know what? Let me drop some Going Full Nerd updates while I'm at it. First thing, I told you in the beginning, yes, I am on iHeartRadio podcast. Hell yeah, your boy is moving up in the world. We getting out there, we spreading the word of nerd, and we getting out there. So let's go ahead and give myself, and if you can, give me a round of applause for that one. Also, as we're coming up on the end of the year, I think we've finally done it, unless we can get some people to just go ahead, jump in. The day of play for Children's National Medical Center was done. The video is up online, and we have raised over $1,350. Yes, Going Full Nerd has raised over $1,350 for Children's National Medical Center. Hey, Going Full Nerd love the kids. We love the kids until it's time to hear some hollering and screaming. But that's how that works. But anyway, I just wanted to also let you know this special announcement, which is Christmas is coming. Okay, so you can support Going Full Nerd. You can support my podcast directly. Remember, you can do that by going to Anchor.fm and clicking the link that says support this podcast. Okay, I mean, you're going to get more bang for your buck. I know some of y'all on the internet, y'all doing people's Patreon. Y'all doing, y'all following these Instagram models on OnlyFans. No, this is a better use of your money. Go ahead and support Going Full Nerd. You get more from this. You get more. You get more wholesome entertainment. Things that you can have around a PG rated audience. And you also get some good information on whether or not kids can see something, whether or not you can show something to somebody and discuss it with another adult. But that's okay. Let's continue on. You can also send me questions. Yes, I'm thinking about letting the people hear you speak. That's right. We could get the people to hear you speak. And how do we do that? You go to anchor.fm and you can click the voice message and you can record a voice message which will come directly to me. Tell me what you think about the podcast in your own words. Don't just type it. Put your voice out there. Let me hear you. I will include some of those in future podcasts. Yes, I will. Well, I'm going to say keep it clean. But I know how you internet people are. It is what it is. But no, I can give as good as I can take. So if you can't take it, don't dish it out. It's gonna go there, because if I gotta go ahead and do reading of mean tweets or responding to mean podcast messages, I will, and trust me, I will hurt some feelings. It is what it is. But anyway, let's get to the gist of what we're getting ready to do. We're getting ready to talk about The Mandalorian Episode 2. I'm going to go ahead and review it. I'm going to talk about it. This is a Disney Plus exclusive. This is a Disney Plus original series. Now, here's the thing, okay? I started a playlist on my YouTube channel called Disney Plus, and I'm going to be talking about random Disney Plus things that I've watched, whether it's old school, new school, kind of seeing. Some of it may not be good for kids. Even though Disney Plus is good for kids, some of my reviews and commentary may not be. So this is your warning. I have marked this video on YouTube as not for kids, and I'm letting you know now it's not for kids. So adults, let's get this going on. So check it out. So I'm watching The Mandalorian Episode 2, and dude opens up, and I swear, he's looking like he's fighting two rejects from Star Trek. He looked like two people that were looking for Captain Kirk, caught him in an alley, and he smacked him around a little bit. And in watching how he fights, it makes me think that let's talk about the most famous Mandalorian that we've ever met, which is Boba Fett. Boba Fett was a punk. I must just say it. He was weak. Okay? Boba Fett was weak. I don't want to get into all these tales and stories. I'm talking about the Star Wars sanctioned films, movies, television shows, all this stuff that we peeping out now. After watching the Mandalorian fight, I can basically say that Boba Fett was weak. Boba Fett couldn't put no stank on it. He was getting whooped. He died in the Sarlacc pit. This dude right here, he takes a couple of licks and he gives a couple of licks. I give him credit. So for all those fan theories that this is Boba Fett, he just changed up and all that, stick it. Stick it. I've been reading the internet. I've been reading the tweets. No, stop. That's clickbait. That's how it goes. So let's talk about this. I'm gonna give my points. I'm not gonna spoil the whole thing because we've all got issues with The Mandalorian, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. Some people like it, some people don't. But what I have been finding out is that there are some things that we figured out. If you watched my review of the first episode, I kind of pasted and said, okay, I called it, they confirmed it. This takes place after Return of the Jedi, yet before The Force Awakens. Okay, that's a long time. That's a hell of a long time to be rolling around the galaxy. I mean, I've been seeing some pretty cool memes online. The funniest one, I gotta say, was from the first episode. I'm gonna go to the first episode a little bit, even though we're gonna get to the episode 2 review. I saw a meme somebody put up, and as the bounty hunter, they have these little discs, these hollow discs or whatever, and it shows the picture of who they want the bounty hunter to go get. So, as you know, Carl Weathers is playing someone in this series. He makes an appearance in the first episode, and he's the guy handing out the chits to get people yacked up, get the bounty hunters on their tail. And they showed in the meme, they put the alligator from Happy Gilmore, they put the Predator, and they put Ivan Drago. He's like, I don't care how you bring these jokers back. I thought I would cry. As a passing Star Wars fan, I thought that was funny as all get out. So that was tight. That was tight. People need to understand this stuff is giving some good. The people that create these jokes and these memes, I applaud them. They are awesome. But let's continue on with this episode 2 review. And this is basically my take on the series so far, just being 2 episodes in. First of all, the pacing of this is real slow. The first episode got off to a good start, in my humble opinion, and I was really digging it. But let us continue on. It seems like it's paced very slow. I mean, they got the big reveal. Everybody heard the big reveal, and it's a baby of Yoda's species. I'm not going to call it Baby Yoda because it is not Yoda. If this took place after Return of the Jedi, Yoda is dust. He is a Force ghost running around with Anakin and Obi-Wan drinking Force Fosters. Let's make that clear. Let's make that absolutely, positively clear. So, even though there have been things in Lucasfilms where George Lucas said, I'm not going to explore Yoda's race. I got, things in place. Nobody's going to talk about Yoda's race. We don't even know what Yoda's race is called officially. But here's the thing. He sold Lucasfilm to Disney. Okay? Disney owns this now. If Disney wants to explore Yoda's race, they are going to explore Yoda's race. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be there, and it is what it is. So now we got this little baby. I don't even know, what is it, Yoda? I don't even know what I want to call him. I want to call him Yo MTV Raps. Let's call him Yo MTV. So you got baby Yo MTV rolling around. And I'm cool with that. All right. And then you got the Mandalorian. Now, in this particular episode, and yes, there are spoilers in this review because there were things that just didn't make sense to me. There were things that I just found so wrong, so crazy. So the Jawas, they found his joint parked up. I guess he forgot to put his alarm system on, hit the low jack. He didn't chirp it. Chirp, chirp. He didn't chirp the vehicle. They came back and he caught him stripping his car. Now, you do that. My peeps in New York, Southeast DC, Chicago, LA, all that. Do y'all still strip cars? I mean, because the Jawas was on it. It looked like a chicken wing after it was all said and done. So he ticked off. They done whooped him. He tried to go get his stuff back. They whooped him, wore him out, laughed at him on the way. So it is what it is. I mean, the Mandalorian been catching bad ones. I mean, in some ways, he's better than Boba Fett because he's got a little heart to him. I dig that. He's got a little heart to him. But then also, he be doing some dumb stuff getting whooped. I was expecting a heck of a lot more. Now, here's the issue with this also. These episodes are roughly about 30 to 40 minutes. These are short. These ain't 1 hour episodes, yo. These are short. The minute I start getting into it, they rolling credits. I'm like, come on, son. Yo, could we have at least gotten 1 hour episodes? Bottom line, this is 8 episodes to this. We are a quarter done with this series. Okay? I'm looking for more gunslinging. I'm looking for more bounty hunting. I'm looking for more of the stuff that I saw in the first episode, and the second episode let me down. It let me down. It was basically, dude, where is my car? Where did I leave my car? What was that movie? Is that Dude, Where's My Car? That was this movie. He went around chasing his car parts. Yo, really? That just, but hey, who am I to argue with a multi-billion-dollar company that I own 3 shares of stock in? I'll throw it out there. I own 3 shares of Disney. Thank you for the raise. And I bought it when it was low. When y'all was mad, bashing Disney and the stock prices dropped, I was like, yo, I'm about to buy some of this. I got me 3 shares, and I appreciate what you guys gave your boy, which was a little extra money. I like that. I like that. Like it. Like it. But check this out. Here's one more thing. Well, a couple more things. Now, the Mandalorian, listening to his dialogue with all the stuff going on, he seems to be a little whiny, in my humble opinion. Okay. I think fans built up the Mandalorians to be these badass hunters, these bad ass bounty hunters, hardcore. We watch the Boba Fett thing, and basically Star Wars has nerfed them all the way through. They're basically stormtroopers with a little extra. And stormtroopers are straight weak. Stormtroopers, they can't see, they can't shoot, they bump in their heads, so it is what it is. It is what it is. The Mandalorian, the armor looks cool. They got their weapons. They revered as bounty. But, it's like, come on. Come on. We good. We good. And then the last thing, Baby Yo MTV, okay, or Baby Yoda as y'all like to call him, but Baby Yo MTV, he's 50 years old, and you telling me he can't talk. If you could live to about 900, you could tell me. I don't care about, in relation to his species, he's only an infant. I don't care. If you spent 50 years breathing, okay, 50 years breathing, you should be able to talk in 50 years. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, it is what it is. Writers, work with me here. Okay? The bottom line, they've established that this Baby Yo MTV, Baby Yoda, baby whatever you want to call him, he's 50 years old. Okay? The Mandalorian is good at probably at least 30. And he looking out for a 50-year-old. I'm 50. I can talk. So I'm about the age of a Baby Yoda. Some of y'all may be saying, with that beard, you look like Yoda. And I say, to heck with you. But it's all good. We make it do what it do. So here's the thing. With this episode, I think this kind of dictates what's happening with Disney Plus as a whole. Disney Plus is taking the slow road to success. Okay, that's the bottom line. Star Wars fans, a lot of them are polarized. I've been reading the internet, going back and forth. They either loving it or they're hating it. But so far, I'm gonna tell you, as a casual person, I'm still watching it, and it's even with the slow pacing, it's still bringing me back. I mean, there are way better shows that grab my attention and things like that. I like the fact that it's making me wait, it's spoon feeding me the episode issues and things like that. So I don't get somebody that's sitting at home, got nothing to do, and they watch all 8 episodes and then spoil it for me on the internet. I like the fact that I'm able to consume it one episode at a time, unlike Netflix. But that's okay. I love Netflix too. So that's, it is what it is. Give or take. But the bottom line is, please continue to check out Disney Plus. I actually having a ball with Disney Plus. Sat down with my grandson and my wife. We sat down. We watched Pocahontas. We watched Monsters Inc. We watched Ultimate Spider-Man. We're like going through that. Me and my grandson are enjoying that together. So that's awesome. Disney Plus is really holding it down right now. All jokes aside. But anyway, y'all, I'm glad you have spent your time with me, listening to me talk about Mandalorian episode 2. Please go ahead, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the Mandalorian episode 2. Let's hear what you think. And remember, roll it back to what I told you earlier in the podcast, which is you can send me questions via voice message on anchor.fm. Go to my main page, click record a voice message. Let's get you included with your comments in the next podcast. Also, please make sure you check me out on goingfullnerd.com, Spotify Radio, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, goingfullnerd.com, youtube.com/goingfullnerd, and on Twitter, which is Onyx, ONYXXX1969. Whew! And as always, remember, if you can't say something nice to somebody, don't say it at all. Send it to me. I'll say it for you. And none of y'all have taken me up on this yet. So that shows me you're being good people. Peace, y'all. And I'm out of here. Let me drop that music like I always do. And I'm getting out of here.
Where are you? Yeah. But you can never walk alone on your way to being free. Where are you? Where are you? Yeah. But you can never walk alone on your way to being free. Where are you? Yeah. Where are you? Yeah. Where are you? Yeah. But you can never walk alone.
You can never walk alone on the way to being free.